So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Becklin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
Escalação do Fluminense.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thiago Silva. He's a player who doesn't seem to have any weaknesses at all, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's technically gifted, and very comfortable in possession. What I particularly find impressive about him, though, is his consistency and his reliability. He just never seems to make a mistake. Opposition strikers could be in for a hard time of it today.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Fernandez has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Oh, that's a key interception.
This is the time you need that pace. Yeah, this kind of bold running will always get you into areas of possibility.
Lavia. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Driving forward. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Fernandez. Fernandez tries making a foray down the right. Now there's a fine ball. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal. Fluminense clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And here's Ganso. He is through here. It's out for a goal kick. Caicedo. Short changes him with that pass. Goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. He's looking wide. Fernandez. That's a good ball played into space. Can he get onto this? Shot a goal! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Now he's off and running.
Indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Cucurella cuts it out. And the whistle goes for half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they've never really been threatened in the first half. I think it's been a magnificent team effort. The work rate has been superb. Very, very organised.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substituição no time do Fluminense. Camisa 10.
So off we go once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. He's under a lot of pressure there. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a score.
He's got the shot away! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Looking for options for Jackson! It's in!
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Gol marcado pelo jogador aos 21 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 15.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Palmer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, what has happened here? In comes the corner.
Substituição no time do Fluminense.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Palmer, there's the hit! And that would have been game, set and match.
Palmer was totally aware of how that chance could have impacted on the game, and that should have gone in.
Thiago Silva. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Just 5 minutes remaining now.
Fluminense have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
We are into stoppage time.
Minutos de acréscimo.
Palmer. Can he put it away? Their attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Fernandez certainly could have and should have made more of that. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And there goes the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Jackson voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my